Hello everyone, bootbot here and back with another review. Today we're reviewing Nike's latest and greatest boot. It is the Phantom Vision Elite DF in the raised in concrete colorway. So without further ado, I'll just get right into the review. First of all, I'll start with some tech specs. Phantom Vision has quite a lot going on. I'll start with that there, flyknit. Everything that's grey, whitish grey that you see is essentially it's flyknit. It's obviously got a flyknit upper, but the next part here, quad fit, is the inner layer. The white stuff you can see. I'm not sure if you can see there and there, which is basically the part where your foot would come into contact with when you put these on. That's the quad fit mesh. It's actually nothing like I've tried before, but I'll get into details a little bit later. The next part is the ghost lacing system. As you can see when I showed you the quad fit mesh, you can actually see laces are in there, but these flyknit covers the laces for, I guess, a clean striking surface. But yeah, it's not laceless, although it would come across as a laceless boot. The laces are definitely there, you just cannot see them. That's why they're called ghost laces. Obviously the DF, the dynamic fit collar, is there, which is very different to what we're used to seeing from Nike models. I'll get into that a little bit later as well. But yeah, overall, great looking boot. If you follow me on Instagram, I've taken pictures with these boots on feet and they look really nice on feet. Just going into the boots and my personal experience, I want to start with something that's quite important, is the way these feel, the quad fit mesh. So basically what they are is what you see in the upper is not what you get in terms of the boot. A very nice soft dynamic fit collar, and underneath this mesh here, when you put them on, it's soft and it really feels like that you've got a pair of socks on, not boots. But then at the same time, with the flyknit, it's locked in, it's structured, I don't know how to explain it, but it's soft and flexible inside and it feels comfortable, but at the same time it feels like a solid boot, if that makes any sense. And then the next part I noticed was the Nike Skin upper here, which is covering the flyknit up to the lace cover. On this red triangle you can see these three-pointed shapes, which I would now call would like to call them phantom shapes, because that's easier. So these phantom shapes, you can see they're really big, and then you can see the little ones there, and they continue on all the way across the Nike Skin cover area, even on the swoosh there, around the back, and back across. Now you can hear that is all the phantom shapes there, and what that does is it makes the touch, the feel on the ball really grippy when you're dribbling, or on your first touch, or when you're controlling the ball, or even when you're striking the ball. Obviously much more on the red area when you control the ball. When you control a pass, it feels like it just gets stuck there. Doesn't improve your touch, by the way. If you have, as I said before, if you have horrendous touch, these boots or any boots are not going to make your touch better. In terms of the feel of the boot, now something I have in terms of something similar, something that is a constant problem for me with my right foot, is my right boot is, or right foot I should say, is a little bit wider. And when I put on new boots on, especially synthetic ones, even the leather ones, when I first put them on, around this area here, when I pull the laces tight, it gets really tight and it gets numb. I get a bit of numbness until it's broken in, until it's softened up a little bit. For me, that took about an hour with these boots. I'm not sure why. Maybe it took an hour to sort of, as I was running, as I was testing, the laces loosened up maybe. Because the second time I didn't pull them as tight pull the laces, as tight as I did on the first time, and yeah, they weren't very tight. On the left boot, not so much with the numbness. I do get it as well, because obviously my left boot is wide as well, but usually on my right boot. Stud pattern is very, very aggressive and very stable. You've got chronicle studs around at the front, these bladed studs for turning, similar to what we had in the Magister Opera, and then the middle stud there, same shape as the Phantom shape, and then you've got bladed studs, 4 bladed studs at the back for stability. Very similar to what we saw from the Tiempo Legend 5 and Legend 6, which was one of my favorite sole plates, so no issues there, very stable. Really, really liking the sole plate. I think that's my favorite part of the Phantom Vision. Now, going to the dynamic fit collar, it's nothing like what we had from Nike before. When you put them on, you can't feel it. It's like you've got nothing there. Like, I've tried the only mid-cut boot I've tried from Nike is the Magister Opera, because I'm not a big fan of the mid-cut boots. Although I do like the way they look, I don't like how I have to put them on. Anyways, with these, once you put them on, you really, really can't feel them. It feels like a mid-cut boot, and I'm not even exaggerating. It's really soft. It's not tight, as you can see. There's no shape, there's no structure here. Yeah, you'll really enjoy this feel. If you've had mid-cut boots before, and if you felt like the dynamic fit collar irritated you in any way, these will not do that. Next, the gross lacing system. Now, I'm not a big fan of the laces concept. I don't think the lockdown is good. My only laces boot that I've tried is the Nemesis 17 Plus, but that was in a turf variation, not firm ground. Anyways, I felt during a game, like when you're just passing the ball, dribbling, juggling, during training or just light movements, you feel good. It's a clean surface, and you think, oh, my touch is getting better. As I said before, it's not. But anyways, when I got into a game where I made quick turns, I've made accelerations, I've made decelerations, I made turns and cuts, I felt my foot was slipping side to side. There was no stability there. There's nothing holding my foot in place. Really, really did not enjoy that feeling. Now, I can see what they're trying to do with the whole clean striking surface, but when I put my finger through there and push it up as if my foot is in the boot, you can see the laces popping up. So really, it doesn't give you a clean striking surface, I don't think. It made it really uncomfortable to get the laces, and as I was putting them on, I was actually thinking maybe they should have put like a Velcro on the side, or something to help us get to the laces better. And then the line of thought got to having a zipper there, so I actually had a chuckle, and kind of made me understand where Under Armour was coming from with their spotlight boots, which was quite funny. As I said before, very, very grippy on the ball with these patterns. When you're dribbling, when you're striking the ball, that's probably the best part about these Phantom Visions. In overall, it's nice and comfortable boot. Nike, I feel like, is taking the flyknit game or knitted boot game to a new level with these boots. Look, I've got super wide feet. I've got high arch feet, and as you can see here, if I give it a press, look how the upper stretches, or there's potential to stretch a little bit. So even if you've got super wide feet, you can try them, and honestly, I would recommend these boots. If you have a chance, please try them. It is very, very nice. What I'll show you now is I'll show you a quick on-feet video, and I'm going to talk a little bit about sizing. So let's get on to that part quickly. Alright guys, so there they are on feet, the Nike Phantom Vision, the Elite DF. My left boot, I've actually tied the laces, but on my right I just wanted to show you how I do my laces on these boots. So I get the lace cover down like that. They usually stay down. I don't pull them all the way, I just pull them slightly. Tie the laces. And once the laces are done, I put one loop down this end. And then the other loop, obviously, on the other side. Once they're tucked in, I just flip the cover up and ta-da, that's it. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen the on feet video, but these look really nice on feet. Personally, one of my favorite boots in terms of the way they look. Obviously, that's my opinion. As you can see, as I said before, you can see, I'm not sure if that comes through on the camera, but you can see the lace bumps up, and it's not really a clean striking surface. I can feel the laces there as well. But look, like I said, if you have great touch, whether they're laces or have laces, you're going to have great touch. In terms of sizing them, now if you've seen my previous videos, you know I do like a thumb space at the front, and with my right boot it's pretty much perfect. But with my left, because these boots are slightly wider and my left boot is slightly shorter than my right, there's a little bit more than a thumb space, so you can see there. So unless you have super wide feet and you like your boots to feel with a thumb space at the front like me, go true to size. These are US 8.5, which is a half size up to my usual size US 8. But that being said, with Mercurials and Tiempos, most Nike boots, I do go 8.5 and the fit is perfect. With the Phantom Visions, I do feel like they're wider, and I probably could have fit into a US 8, but 8.5 is what I decided to go with. So, true to size for most people, if you have super wide feet, go half up. Expect to have a little bit more room at the front, but otherwise, the width is really generous. Anyways guys, that is it for my review. If you liked my video, if you enjoyed my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any opinions that you wanted to share, if you have any questions, please put them down at the comment section below. If you have high arch feet, if you have wide feet, if you have super wide feet like me, and you'd like to see more reviews on different kind of boots, which is specified for people with ugly feet like us, or if you just like my review, please subscribe to my channel. I will be bringing out more boots and more brands too. I feel like I've done a lot of Nike. Anyways guys, that is it for my review today. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next review. Bye for now.